Maybe there won't be a mistake.
We Carstairs have lived here in Oakhurst for 5 generations. Preston has many friends here. They will never accept you. He will always be Preston Carstairs. You will always be the girl who danced in a carnival.
And what's so wrong with a carnival or carnival people, Mrs. Carstairs? Do you know anything about them? Have you ever met any?
Not socially.
Well, let me tell you something. My family has been in show business for 10 generations, and they were as nice and as fine and as decent as any of those natives on those one sheets.
I don't doubt it, my dear. I'm only trying to explain that we come from 2 different worlds. To condone this marriage would be cruel. Why do you think my son wants to marry you?
He says he loves me. Or is that too simple?
Men sometimes mistake pity for love.
Pity? Do I look like a woman men feel sorry for?
No, Miss Scanlon. You do not. Now, give me my ring. There's no point in discussing this situation any further.
I'll return your ring as soon as I can get it back.
Back? From whom?
I don't know who has it.
Oh, I thought you'd say something of the kind. Do you know how much that ring is worth?
No, but
$15,000 would be a fair estimate.
$15,000?
Do you intend to go through with the marriage? Or is the ring all you want?
I can see now why your son has never married. Your apron strings are too long, Mrs. Carstairs. I don't think I'd care to marry your son.
Then give me back my ring now.
Listen, I told you
I have tried to reason with you. Either you will give me my ring, or tell me where I can get it tonight. Or I'll let the law take its course.
I haven't broken the law.
I think you have.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, yes, I would. Operator, get me the chief of police, please. Hello? Winfield? Alice Carstairs. I want you to come to my house and pick up a woman. She's a thief.
What makes you so sure she eloped?
She hasn't come home, and the last thing she said was she was going to his house.
Gee, maybe she did elope.
She wouldn't elope without me. I mean, would she, Milo?
I don't know, kitten, but she'll come back for you.
Yeah, after the honeymoon.
Who asked you?
I'll have Madame Lucerno come over and stay with you, kitten, till your mother gets back.
I don't need anybody. I want to be by myself.
Oh, but Pumpkin.
Let her alone, Duke.
Hey, we're gonna do something. What'll we do?
Yeah. What'll we do?
I'm looking for Milo Martin.
That's me, mister. What's your pitch?
Your star performer ran afoul of the fuzz.
Are you with it?
No, I'm the public defender. I'd like to get Melody Scanlon out of jail.
Out of jail?
I told you she didn't elope.
Did she shoot him?
How much is her bail?
She doesn't want to accept bail. She thinks that someone here tried to gaff her.
But how?
Something about a missing engagement ring.
It's not missing. It's right where she put it.
Where?
She told me not to tell.
Would you recognize her handwriting?
Yeah, I would. One of you nosy Parkers give Mr. Matthews my ring, Melody.
Where does she get that nosy Parker stuff?
Yeah.
I'll get it.
But she said when she looked for it, it was gone.
I dig it, but it's not a gaff.
What happened?
Yeah, what?
But why the tweezers?
It's not a very long story, Mr. Defender. Go ahead, kitten, tell him.
Well, I didn't know she missed it. All she said was, did I touch it?
Oh, Punkin.
When the ring was returned to Mrs. Carstairs, the district attorney promptly moved for dismissal of the charges against Melody. There was quite a celebration when she returned to the fold that night.
Oh, it's a great act, Pete. And then I take the ladle of hot boiling lead and I pour it into the little mitts, see?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, it's a great act.
I told you not to touch any more of that chicken.
But I'm not touching it. I'm using a fork.
Like you didn't touch the ring.
Right. I wish you'd straighten her out on that little matter, Mr. Matthews.
Well, the law says that anyone who is an accessory to the act is just as guilty as the one who commits it.
Do you dig that, honey?
No.
Well, let me try it this way. Don't gimmick the truth with words. Now, the grift is strictly for the marks, but when you try to sucker someone who you love, you're just a nosy Parker.
Oh, now it lights up. You mean it's not kosher to get after your own mother?
Put her there.
Will you always remember that, darling?
I will if I can have another piece of chicken.
Pass her the gum. Go on. Help yourself, Punkin.
Melody and Milo were married a couple of weeks later, right on the midway. Everyone had a wonderful time, including myself. The case you have just seen was brought to a fair and just conclusion through the efforts of a public defender.